Hey everybody, Jesse Reed here with Dropout Entertainment. I'm here with Paul Taskas of Kiss CF Goodbye. How's your day going, Paul?
It's going good, going good. Always busy, but going good.
Awesome, awesome. So yeah, we're working on Kiss CF Goodbye number 8 coming up soon here. Can you tell us about the event?
Well, I guess I don't know how much about the history of the event because this is your first time helping us out, which we appreciate very much. Anything helps. But it started like 8 years ago. Long story short, I'll try my best here. My daughter's born with cystic fibrosis, genetic disease, terrible disease. There is no cure. She's 26 now, already had a liver transplant. She's actually in the hospital again now, spends about 2 to 4 months a year in the hospital. And, back then I play in bands. I'm a musician and I was playing in a Kiss cover band. We were playing about 8 times a year called Rock and Roll Over. And then, one day I just said to the guys, I'd love to do something because I feel like I don't do enough, right? And I said, let's call it Kiss CF Goodbye. And I have my connections with the Opera House, right? The owners, and they gave me a good price. And then we started Kiss CF Goodbye. And, build it and they will come. I mean, lo and behold, I didn't expect much, but the first year we had 400 people, which is really quite, it's hard to do with, and our event is based on tribute bands. So, the whole theme was I'm the father and I'm in the Kiss band and my daughter sings and joins us. So it all began back then. And actually since then, it's always been 400 to 600 people. We've raised over, I believe the number's up to 90,000, which is, considering all our expenses, that's a pretty cool take. And we've brought over, I guess, 5,000. I mean, sorry, about 5,000 people over 8 years, maybe 6,000. So, and we're hoping this one's the biggest one yet. So, and all the help is great. So appreciate that.
That's incredible. Yeah, I always love to see people using music for the power of good. And as you mentioned, you guys have raised over $90,000 for this cause already. What's that feeling like of knowing that you can use your music to give back?
Well, in this situation, it's really unique because really it's such a, and even the people from CF Canada, like they have a lot of events. They have lawn bowling, the zoo, the walk, but this is, they said, one of their weirdest ones because they actually don't really get involved. It's all me, and then I just give them the profits. It's basically my typical concerts are my tribute concerts with two other bands. Like this year, we have Monkey Wrench, Foo Fighters tribute, and the Blushing Brides, Rolling Stones tribute. I always pick great tribute acts, and we have Rudy Blair hosting, who's a great host, and we have raffle prizes, and yeah, and really, it's tribute bands which aren't known to help that much in the community. Unfortunately, they're just trying to survive these days. And they all give me, I still, we all, everybody does their part, and yes, it feels really good to give that check at the end. It's always between 12 to 15,000, that check at the end. And that's with expenses, unfortunately. But one day we haven't decided to go corporate, but one day we might get some sponsorship. But I really like the family feel. It's like friends and family, and it's building every year. But it always gets bigger, and you never know what'll happen eventually. We might have to move venues, right?
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, have you guys been with the Opera House since day one here so far?
Since day one. And this year's a little unique because Live Nation kicked in, right? So I didn't lose, I lost my lifelong friend who, obviously it was sold to Live Nation and we have to use Ticketmaster this year. So yeah, things have changed a bit, but, they're still giving me a very good price, Live Nation. I appreciate it. So yeah, it'll be one more year this year. You never know next year. We are booked next year at the Opera House still. Yeah, always the opera, which is great. Although I got to admit, right, our crowd is getting a little older. That older crowd, they're all 40 to 60 now with the tributes that I get. It's always Bon Jovi or AC/DC, and the standing up at the Opera House might be a little taxing a little bit, but we'll see what we can do about that in the future.
Yeah, well, things evolve as you keep them going, right? This is number 8.
Right.
We've been having this going for quite a while at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, what can you tell us about the your Kiss tribute here, Rock and Roll Over?
You know what? We really care. We try to do it right. That's actually why we kind of don't play that much because we want to do it on the big stage with the big lights. And, we bring everything we can. We got the Love Gun, the 77 or 78 stage with the stairs. I mean, we do our best to recreate it. We have fun. We really have fun, and it's a quick set. That's the beauty about the Kiss EF show. You just get all the good songs from all the bands. They're all like short 50-minute sets, and then a great 15-minute turnover. We really execute that. There's no waiting and boring parts of the show. It's just like all in your face, no filler, all killer, you know. And the Kiss show's great, and the tribute bands are great. And for tickets, I got to plug this, right? If you want tickets, you got to go to www.kisscfgoodbye.com. And there's a whole story about Tori, CF, and you can donate if you can't make it to the show, but that's where you can find tickets.
Awesome. Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about Tori's journey?
Well, Tori, my God, you know, she's quite I'm telling you, this disease, not too many people know much about it. And you know what? We're all ignorant to this stuff until it affects you. And that's just life, right? So she was born with it. And there's only over 4,000 people in Canada with it. That's how rare it is. And she actually has a rarer strain. They have come, you know, they've really come along with not cures, but stuff that helps them. uh Not her right now. So even last year at the show, she actually, right after the show, she sang her songs at midnight, went into the hospital for 2 weeks. Like, it's just it just the disease kind of, it just gets all your insides. It's too much to talk about. It's a genetic disease, right? But basically, it's a mucus buildup that they can't clear their lungs. It eventually gets all the organs. You know, she takes about 50 pills a day just for her to eat. Diabetes is related to this, and it's a hell of a life, let me tell you. But she's magnificent. Like, she's in her second. She finished university. She got accepted in the college veterinarian course, which is in Guelph, which is like hard to do. Only like 120, I think, get accepted from all over the world. And she's trying to finish, I believe, her second year, which is really hard with all the hospitalization. But her journey is quite the journey. I mean, like I said, she's in the hospital again last year, 4 months, already there 2.5 months. It's hard to watch, man. But you know what? She's a gifted girl, and you'll see. Hopefully, you're coming. I'll set you up, and you'll see Tori sing, and she's quite remarkable.
Amazing. Yeah, yeah. No, I'll definitely be there. I can't wait to come see this. It sounds like a really incredible event. Yeah, the other two acts you have, the Blushing Brides and Monkey Wrench. Can you tell us about them a little?
Blushing Brides have been around forever. Incredible Stones tribute. Like, oh my God, the singer Maurice, he'll you will think you're watching the Stones. This guy's fantastic. I actually had to tell him, because he'll go on like when he does his 2.5 hour shows, he'll just go on like Mick. He's insane. But I said, hey man, you only got 50 minutes, so you gotta have to control that, because oh man, he's amazing. And they're just gonna play the hits. And the Monkey Wrench, friends of mine that have been doing the Foo Fighters around Ontario for the last 4 to 7 years probably. And great, yeah, it's always a good lineup. People love the lineup. It's always, I know, you sometimes tribute bands get a knock, but I pick good ones. I pick really quality acts always. Can't afford the real ones, right? Want to
That's
make some
awesome.
money here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's going to a great cause. So that's yeah, that's awesome. You
Well,
got
one year we had Gilby Clark show up. Just we did have Gilby Clark make a special appearance. He
wow.
played two Kiss songs with us. It's all on YouTube. It was pretty special. Yeah, it
Oh,
was
that's
great.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah,
That's amazing. Yeah, you got Rudy Blair hosting this year's show. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, run into Rudy all of the time. Such a great dude. Can you tell us about him though, for anybody who maybe doesn't know Rudy?
Well, Rudy, he's been an on-air personality in the city amongst many broadcast areas for over 30 years, maybe. And he's just, what a wonderful guy. He's been doing it since day one for me, and he runs it like you wouldn't believe. He's just, his voice is obviously, when he wants to be, he can shut down that crowd. He's pretty powerful for the auctions and the raffles, and he's just got a great energy. And I really am blessed that he donates his time for us for this every year. He's a good friend.
Incredible. Yeah, well, I want to give a huge kudos to you for putting this all together. It's an amazing cause, and anytime people are bringing music and communities together to make the community a better place, and in my mind is just one of the best uses of it.
Yeah.
Can you tell us anything else about, like, is there any surprises or anything that anybody should know about the show before they
Well,
come out?
I kind of blew the surprise, but everybody knows by now. Tori always gets up and does a couple of songs, which is always amazing. I mean, I'll be honest, like, sometimes something will come up last minute. I mean, I'd love to get a special guest. If it happens, it'll happen. I'm always, there was one year Phil X, if he was in town, was going to help us out. He's always plugging it on his social for us. He's a good friend of ours. You never know. I mean, I'm always working on something, but what I really need, I need people to know we're out there again, and I need the support. We need at least 300 to 400 to make a reasonable amount of money and make it make sense. I would love to have 800. That's what the Opera House basically holds, 8 to 9. But if we could get 400 people, we're happy. But we're hoping for more. And I hope, the way I keep seeing it, every year we've had, like I said, 4 to 6. One day I figure they're all going to show up because they're always different, and then it'll just be a blowout, right? But it hasn't happened yet, but it's coming.
Hey, this could be
That's
the
all I'm
year.
hoping for. That could be the year. It's a tough year though. A lot of stuff going on now, right? Like, geez, everywhere you look, there's shows and shows, and I feel the people are running out of money. You can't support everything, and tours are being canceled. So I'm a little worried about the entertainment, like, some of the smaller level stuff. I am.
Yeah, no, we're going through a bit of a crazy time in the music industry, especially
Mhm.
with the shows going on, right? With the pandemic being over, it took a little while for everybody to get back into full swing, but now everybody's
Mhm.
full swing, and it seems like there's just yeah, all these huge events happening every
Yeah.
single weekend, right? There's so much competition with the big guys, like you're saying, that it's a little harder for the smaller and medium size to compete with.
Yeah, and we even have, the theater scene, the performing arts centers. Like, I play in a band called Looney Tunes, and we're part of a show called Radio Rush that is playing in the performing arts centers right now, the story of moving pictures. And even there, like, it's every night, Monday to Sunday, a lot of these venues are booked, which I don't think, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursdays would work back in the day, but they're trying, and it's working for now. But I believe it's almost like the market. Something's gonna crash. Like, something's got to crash. Something's
Yeah,
got to give. There's not that much money out there for. And I love that people are supporting music, but hopefully, what happens is maybe like back in the '70s and '80s, and the cream will rise. Like, the real good stuff will stay, and the mediocre stuff will go away, because there is some, unfortunately, right?
for sure, for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, this is awesome. Yeah, hopefully this is your 800-900 year here. I'm yeah, really hoping for that. Yeah, so that's I think that's all I got for you. Again, big commends to you for putting this together. I think it's a really incredible event. I can't wait to be there. I hope anybody watching is going to join us as well. Before we
Awesome.
got any last words to share with anybody watching here?
Just please go to www dot, I don't know, you don't have to say the W's anymore, kisscfgoodbye.com. And there you can see, all the information about Tori's journey, why we do this, everything you need there. Donate buttons, buy ticket buttons, all our sponsors, everything's there. I like directing people to that site so they can read a bit about the story rather than just the Ticketmaster buying site. So hopefully people go there, and I appreciate you for doing this, and I want to see you there. Get you an all access pass. Come backstage, watch us put the makeup on.
Awesome. Yeah, it's my pleasure. I can't wait to come check this out. I'll make sure we have this link right below here in the video. Paul, thank you so much for taking the time for this interview and for putting this event together.
Well, thank you.